Well, that looks groovy. Cool. Okay. What the fuck's that? What? How did that happen?
Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
I didn't touch the workshop, just like you asked. Although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office.
I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth it to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later.
I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. We live in the same house, for God's sake. Come talk to me when you're done, before you go to sleep.
Been working all night. Don't wake me up.
The long-awaited opening of the Galactic Department store turned into hell on Earth when the building's wiring burst into flames. While the majority of the visitors managed to reach the emergency exits in time, several unfortunate attendees were trapped in the back of the building, having no chance to escape the raging inferno. The exact number of casualties has not yet been determined, although it is estimated that at least a dozen people have been severely injured. The owner of the Galactic, Ronald Sheffield, has so far declined to comment on today's tragic events. Might not be a household name yet, but just give her time. The incredibly talented multi-instrumentalist gave an astounding performance last night, winning over even the most ardent naysayers. Quote, "She was simply astounding. I haven't seen such passion, energy, and skill in years," stated famed pianist Daniel Richter. He was not alone in his praise. It seems even Anthony Giles, one of its harshest critics, has finally seen the light. Giles had previously made disparaging comments about the artist, stating, quote, "There's more to performing music than enthusiasm in a pretty face." When asked if, after witnessing last night's performance, he regrets...
Let me ask you one simple question.
Have you completely lost your goddamn mind?
I know you're going through some rough times right now. I really do. That's why I've agreed to let you do those illustrations in the first place. For old time's sake. I even deliberately gave you a trivial task, because I expected Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There is no way in hell I'm using this, and I already regret agreeing to a payment in advance. Please, get your shit together.
Hush. Daddy's here. Why pink?
I didn't touch the workshop, just like you asked. Although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office.
No, this is private. No, this is private.
I didn't touch the workshop, just like you asked. Although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office.
figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know! In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you.
How did they fuck up the length?
Two souls, so passionate, so talented, and yet they wanted to build something so ordinary. A home, a wife, a family, peaceful life. Betrayal of everything that made them both artists, and yet they clung to it.
We are truly thrilled to hear that you accepted our humble proposition. After discussing dates with my colleague, we find this date the best time to open the exhibition. We need time to set everything up. Getting a piano to our gallery will be no small feat.
They don't understand what it takes to make a good painting. The work doesn't start with the brush. Just like family doesn't start with marriage. It starts with canvas. I can't remember the last time I wore these. Last time I could move freely. Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
I'm not that round.
Oh, you freaking bitch.
I think I have the music for all the paintings now. I'm going to play it for you this evening. You're going to love it.
Dark. Oh, you bitch.
It must be sharper.
I don't like that sound. I mean, I do, but I don't. Oh my god, I got chills so hard on my legs. Oh god. It's cool.
Sorry I haven't written in a while. I've been swarmed with work. I gotta tell you, your last letter was troubling, to say the least. I just can't believe she would set fire to your old paintings. Why would she do that? The lady in black especially? That was your tribute to her, wasn't it? I don't know what to tell you except to get her some professional help pronto. You could probably talk to someone as well. With all that's happened, I'm sure it would do you some good. I probably don't need to tell you that the buyer was sorely disappointed with the news. The new pieces just aren't selling as well as the classics. Anyway, I'll keep looking. You just hang in there and focus on your work. I know you still have it in you. I believe in you. Doo-doo.
No matter what we did, the fireplace just wasn't enough to warm this room.
Oh my god. What the shit?
Don't be scared. It's just a book, Birdie.
Jeez, just look. No, look here.
This is fine. This is good. These are great conditions. I can finish it. I can. I will. I need to. For all our sakes. For our family.
For a family? Or just for you? Go on. Tip the scales.
The green of her eyes. The red of my paint.
What the fuck? That's so creepy looking. I see you, but... Oh, what? Fuck. This is so creepy. It's locked. Oh, wow.
can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart? My husband barely speaks to me anymore. He just slithers in and out of his study, obsessively working on one failed painting after another. He won't even sleep with me anymore. I can tell he's disgusted by me. The look he gave me the other day. That pathetic, hurtful look. The combination of shame, guilt...
Watch him drown.
Dear sir or madam, we must kindly, albeit strongly, urge you to keep your voices down during the night. Your marital problems are a private matter and should remain that way. They are certainly of no concern to us, and especially our children. Please, consider that not everyone is a freelance artist.
My home is my castle. Locked inside, I am safe.
Oh. No. Too dark.
I hated it. Always felt as if it wasn't my hand that wrote the letters when using it. I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth it to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later.
Far. I hate that thunder.
What we witness today, while entirely worthless in artistic terms, might be an invaluable case study for psychologists. These harsh words came from none other than Jason Hughes. The famed critic was one of the first to appreciate the works of, and whose praise once contributed to his first spectacular success. When asked if such brutal...
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
Oh.
In an unexpected experimental streak in his usually conservative endeavors, Thomas Caldwell hosted an extraordinary exhibition opening in his gallery. Quote, "This is a great day for me and my wife."
I have a responsibility. Finish it! Linen won't do. Anyone can paint on a linen canvas. I am not anyone. First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact. And then...
Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know! In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you.
Some call him the new Caravaggio. Others compare him to Van Eyck. And one awestruck critic, who wished to remain unnamed, went as far as to invoke, quote, the spirit of the great Leonardo. Any way you slice it, the exhibition proved an immense success. Its distinct style has been praised for its...
No, this is private. How can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart?
We are truly thrilled to hear that you accepted our...
What we witness today, while entirely worthless in artistic terms, might be an invaluable case study for psychologists. These harsh words came from none other than Jason Hughes. The famed critic was one of the first to appreciate the works of, and whose praise once contributed to his first spectacular success. When asked if such brutal criticism was indeed called for, especially in light of the recent tragic events, Hughes responded, quote, "As critics, it is our duty to critique art, but not..."
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
It must be sharper.
Moths, drawn to the fire between them, no matter if the flame was desire, despair, or hate.
I hereby resign from service as maid in house.
I can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night, and now you keep the fire in your office just to stop me, don't you? You hate me that much?
It's not like I'm some drunkard. I know how to handle my liquor.
Don't push me away.
Minced mice, chunky, crunchy. Carcasses starving me out, constantly sick.
What?
I keep the fire because I'm freezing, for God's sake. Defy death. Defy entropy. Defy the flames. Finish it!
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also... Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
A symbolism is a word that gets thrown around a lot, usually when people don't really know what to make of you. The worst question you could possibly ask me is, what did you mean by that? If it was that simple, I wouldn't have painted it. I would have just told you. Of course, we can talk in general about themes that have always... Color. The life of painting. The soul. I need it. I need it to be perfect, striking, vibrant life. Life, 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 fire! Why did you stop? That dude was perfect.
Honey, please,
Just a little longer.
at least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also include the cost of lamps for every room.
I don't care how much it costs. She's afraid of fire. We will have electricity, and that is that.
Pretty.
I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
Lice, mice, bald, bloody spots, hair, not mine. Where are the scissors?
Oh, stop looking at me like that.
Nothing. They're getting smart.
Honey, remember how you said it would be nice to have a cat so the baby could have someone to play with? Well, I just bought us a dog. Aw.
Shush. Oh God, Jesus.
You've always wanted to have a huge garden. Green calmed your nerves, you said. Is this the right door for me?
Oh God.
No excuses, no accidents, no weakness. Just fire from the depths of your soul. Finish it. You need to fight the darkness. We can have electricity in the bedroom and in the piano room. I never wanted it to come to that. But here we are. I will protect myself.
Can't you understand? I'm working in here! I swear if I'm in... I thought it would be harder. It should be harder. Bones shouldn't break so easily.
What's happening?
He looked so delicious when the flame burned him out.
Creepy. Weird.
The only thing that could make her smile.
That's so cool.
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. At first, I was lost as to how, but then I sawed it off with a handsaw, boiled it, then put the bone in a mortar. I had to get one, obviously. This was not something I'd done before. Finally, I mixed the dust with some white paint.
Honey, what in the world are you doing? What did the doctor say about straining yourself? Leave that thing alone. It's not going anywhere.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact.
It's not like I'm some drunkard. I know how to handle my liquor.
We are truly thrilled to hear that you...
It's not like I'm some drunkard. I know how to handle my liquor.
I can't stand seeing you like this.
Minced mice, chunky, crunchy. Lice, mice, bald, bloody spots, hair, not mine. Where are the scissors?
How can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart?
Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
A symbolism must be sharper.
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone.
I thought it would be harder. It should be harder. Bones shouldn't break so easily.
their life started to fall apart. Everything he touched turned to rot.
Look, honey, it's your favorite. Come, sit with me, like in the old time.
I will get you, you furry leeches. Get out of my house.
Blood is thicker than water.
Ew.
Everything I touch breaks. Good, solid undercoat. A primer that will hold it all together so it doesn't rot. The world is breaking around us.
Ew. No. The fuck is that? Nope. Oh shit.
You're so cruel.
Damn ash!
Cleaning this house is a nightmare. We don't even use the fireplace that often, and ash is everywhere.
All right.
Some paintings defy simple words, let alone critique. A basic knowledge of the subject is an absolute must if one is to even try taming them. Babyface is one such painting. This art anomaly draws tens of thousands of mediocrity enthusiasts and Sunday abstraction aficionados. In reality, it looks like a result of a week-long art marathon of a not very well-adjusted painter locked in a dark basement. Leaving aside the horrible execution, the painting excels in a hideous.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only say the same. But if you leave me and love another, you'll regret it all someday. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.